Eleanor had always believed walking was the secret to a long life. For decades, she walked every morning, rain or shine, through her neighborhood, down the winding park trails, or through the halls of her local mall when it snowed. At 74, she still clocked nearly 10,000 steps a day, proud of her discipline and commitment to staying healthy. But lately, something felt off. Her knees ached more than usual. Her lower back twinged after longer walks. The fatigue she used to shake off with a cup of tea now lingered into the next day. She brushed it off for weeks, chalked it up to getting older. Then, one afternoon, while walking her usual loop around the lake, her right leg suddenly buckled. She caught herself on a bench, heart pounding. That's when she decided to see a doctor. Dr. Chen was her new geriatric specialist. He listened carefully, took notes, and didn't interrupt as she described her walking routine. Then, to her surprise, he frowned. "I know this might be hard to hear," he said gently, "but walking too much, especially after 70, can actually accelerate aging in the joints and muscles if it's not balanced properly. I see this a lot with active seniors who think more is always better." Eleanor blinked. She expected praise, maybe a few stretching suggestions, not a warning. "But walking is good for you," she replied. "It's what's kept me fit." "Yes," Dr. Chen agreed. "Walking is healthy, but excessive repetitive motion, particularly without strength and mobility training, can wear down aging joints, weaken stabilizer muscles, and increase inflammation. Over time, that leads to more fatigue, faster muscle loss, and even greater risk of falls." Eleanor sat back, stunned. So what was she supposed to do? Sit around and do nothing? "Absolutely not," Dr. Chen smiled. "What you need is smart movement. Not just steps, but strength, balance, and recovery. That's how you stay youthful after 70. Then he handed her a paper titled The Longevity Movement Plan: What to Do Instead of Overwalking. Over the next few months, Eleanor followed that plan, and everything began to change. Phase 1, cut down the steps. Dr. Chen told her to reduce her walks to no more than 5,000 steps a day. At first, Eleanor hated the idea. It felt lazy. But he explained it wasn't about doing less, it was about doing better. Your muscles don't grow from repetitive movement, he said. They grow from challenge and repair. Walking is endurance, not strength. You need both. She shortened her morning walk and used the saved time for something new. Phase 2, add strength training. Twice a week, Eleanor met with a trainer at the senior center for light resistance training. They focused on bodyweight squats, step-ups, resistance bands, and exercises for her hips, glutes, and core. To her surprise, it didn't feel overwhelming. She didn't bulk up or get sore, but after 3 weeks, her knees felt more stable, her balance improved. She didn't need to grip the rail when climbing stairs, and most surprising of all, she felt more energized than she had in years. Phase 3, balance and mobility. Dr. Chen warned her that most seniors don't fall because they're weak. They fall because their brains lose connection with their stabilizer muscles. Balance and mobility decline if they're not trained. So Eleanor added 10 minutes of balance practice each morning, standing on one leg while brushing her teeth, slow heel-to-toe walks along the hallway, ankle rolls, and hip openers. It felt silly at first, but after a month her gait felt smoother. She noticed herself reacting more quickly when she stumbled over a curb. Her body didn't feel stiff anymore. It felt ready. Phase 4, intentional rest. Rest used to feel like wasting time. Eleanor always thought if she wasn't moving, she was slipping. But Dr. Chen introduced her to intentional recovery, gentle stretching, guided breathing, naps when needed, and proper sleep hygiene. At your age, he told her, recovery is as important as exercise. It's when the body heals and grows stronger. Eleanor learned to honor her rest days. On those days, she stretched, read a book, or listened to calming music in the sunroom. She stopped feeling guilty for sitting still. She started sleeping better too. Phase 5, move with purpose. The final lesson was the most surprising. Don't move just to move, Dr. Chen said. Move to build, move to balance, move to restore. That's what keeps you young. Eleanor stopped obsessing over step counts and started listening to her body. She replaced long, exhausting walks with shorter, functional movement, like standing up from a chair without using her hands, reaching overhead to improve shoulder range, or practicing slow, controlled motions with light weights. She danced in the kitchen again. She knelt in the garden without pain, And best of all, she felt alive again, not just active. 6 months after that lake bench incident, Eleanor returned to Dr. Chen for a follow-up. He asked how she felt. Stronger, she said, and younger. Funny thing is, I'm doing less walking than I have in decades. Dr. Chen smiled. It's not about the number of steps. It's about the quality of your movement. As Eleanor left the office, she passed by another woman in the waiting room, early 70s, clutching a step tracker, rubbing her knee. Eleanor paused. Don't be afraid to slow down, she said with a warm smile. Sometimes that's the first step to speeding up your health. Because after 70, it's not about doing more, it's about doing what matters most.